Now we review the 2024 film Night Swim. Oh, January horror movies, man. They're so January. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I am Richard. This is Random Street Theater, and of course, I have seen the 2024 film Night Swim. I came home, fell asleep, woke up, and am now reviewing it. Yeah. That's why I'm all sweaty and covered in cat hair. I wasn't feeling well. Sitting there in the movie theater with a mask on my face going, I gotta get a movie in. Anyway, for every 1,000 subscribers I do purchase one of these bracelets from the company 4Ocean. 4Ocean pulls a pound of trash out of the ocean every time I do that. I also do plant trees through a company called The Conqueror. You can see here is my Mount Everest virtual walking challenge from The Conqueror. This represents 5 trees I planted, and the fact that I did not go to Mount Everest and did not sit on a mountain and poop on it. So, do you ever go to Mount Everest? Human poop and dead bodies. That's what's up there. Human poop and dead bodies. Also, lots of cold. Incredible amounts of cold. Anyway, so yes, there's a reason they call it the Death Zone, people. Anyway, so Night Swim is based on the short film Night Swim, which is about a hot chick swimming in a pool who the pool eats. We're not sure why or how, but she gets eaten by the pool, and that's the movie. And you're like, wow, that was a hot chick. And that was a really spooky 3-minute movie. And then they're like, well, let's stretch this out to feature length. And how did they do that? Well, they got rid of the hot chick, replaced her with an okay mom, and I mean, the daughter is played by an actress who is definitely old enough to be hot, but she's not playing a character who's old enough to be hot. And then, more kids. So, yeah, Night Swim, having almost nothing to do with the original film Night Swim, is kind of what would happen if, if Pennywise the Clown banged a Venom symbiote, and then that symbiote symbiosed with a hot spring, you kind of have this movie, okay? Because there's black goop, you know. There's this guy, and he has a family, and it's a beautiful family. We don't see hot people in this movie like we did in the original, but there's some scenes of reasonably attractive people, I guess. If that's a horror thing, just so you know. Anyway, so this guy and his family, he used to be a baseball player, and he's got some degenerative nerve disease, and, you know, they're like, okay, you can't play baseball anymore because your brain is eating itself. You gotta go and take it easy, and maybe you'll get better. Maybe you won't. So he happens upon this house with a haunted hot spring that feeds its swimming pool. And, you know, starts getting better, but spooky stuff happens. Right, so there's your premise for the movie. This is a horror movie, so you know that the spring is evil, and it's going to eat some people. But there's a, I don't even know if excuse me. I don't even know if there's like much of a body count. I think one person officially died. They allude to a bunch of people having died. And it's like, yeah, it's like Pennywise. You know, how in Derry, a lot of kids go missing. And it's with this pool, it can flat out eat people so they can go missing. And for some reason, nobody has said, gee, this house keeps eating people. Why hasn't the government sort of woken up to this? I mean, there would be somebody in this town who'd be the crazy Ralph, who'd be going home, oh, the evil pool, and there would be people sneaking onto this property and, you know, swimming in the evil pool just to prove that, you know, they're grown kids. But we don't see any of that. We don't see any of the lore that would come along with the evil pool. It's like, that's the Pennywise part, is you kind of got to wake up the pool, and the pool eats somebody and it takes a nap. So it's kind of like me, where it's like, yes, if I go and I eat a big meal, I'm satisfied, and I go take a nap. And that's this pool. It's just how this pool works. And the Venom part is that, anybody who's kind of been infected by the pool can wind up hawking up symbiote juice, which is black and nasty. So yeah, beyond that, it is a very much paint by numbers, PG-13 horror movie. There's nothing particularly special about it. I mean, I can't say that the acting is bad. I just can't say that the acting is good. And I mean, it's like there's one scene, where it's like this person gets hurt in the pool, and it seems to have something to do, at least from the surface, it seems to have something to do with the dad's neurological disorder. And everyone's all pissed off and like, oh, how dare you, don't become it. It's like, I get it. Your kid just got hurt and bad things happen, and you as a parent should be upset. But taking that attitude with a famous person, and you're the coach of the football team, it kind of makes you a dick. And I grant it's the thing that happens in these movies to add tension. It's like, oh no, all the neighbors hate us now. Okay, dude, but that's cliche and old and done. And yeah, it might actually go the other way. You could always surprise the audience with doing something different, and the guy being like, dude, I totally understand. I don't want my kid in your pool anymore because it's not safe. But, hey, dude, it's all good. I'll see you at practice on Monday. Love you, bro. Things happen. Maybe if the kid winds up actually being, like, badly hurt later, be like, hey, you know what, dude? It's a little emotional for me, Calm down. That's just how things are. People are like that. Bad things happen. And, I mean, it's like, look, I have neighbors who've done stupid things, and we were still cool afterwards. My brother actually went into my neighbor's house during a late night party and smashed the stereo system. And it's like, on the one hand, that was a real dick move on my brother's hand. On the other hand, it's like, guys, if we call the cops, they're going to impound the house because you had a bunch of 14-year-olds drinking and probably having sex in your backyard. So, nah. I still live next to that person, and he's still a dick. But anyway, so that's just one of those things, is that we as neighbors, we get along. People, particularly in a small community, we get along. And if there were something going around like this in a small community, I guarantee you that the neighbors would know about it. Anyway, so yeah, look. Night Swim is very paint by numbers. It is a simple, dumb movie designed for you to scratch that itch when you've watched another ghosty movie, and that ghosty movie is better. Told you I had to wear a mask at the theater. Anyway, so everybody's hating on this movie, and they really shouldn't. If this movie were turned into, say, a screenwriting class at Cal State Fullerton, it would probably be thought of as an okay movie. We all love to hate on the January release horror movies. Look, The Disappointments Room, much worse than this. The Forest, much worse than this. Night Swim, it's lower end of your watch list. If you're a horror movie fan, don't say, hey, this is too bad to watch. It's not bad enough to be so bad it's good. It's competently made, just has no spark to it. It has no life to it. So yes, middle to lower middle of your watch list. Don't seek this movie out. But if you have nothing better to watch, it'll do. Anyway, just my opinion. Love to hear yours. Comments below. I'm Richard. Greetings, humans. It's your old pal Randall the Rat again, and I'm taking a break from eating your delicious face to remind you to comment, like, and subscribe. And why should you do that? Well, for one thing, see this bling here? That awesome, isn't it? Yeah, got a dragon on it. This is what you get if you go to the Conqueror and start the Great Wall of China Challenge. Yeah. Walk long enough, bike long enough, you can plant 5 trees and get this awesome necklace, which the owner of this channel, Richard, has done for you. because he wanted to plant 5 trees and get an awesome necklace. And for every 1,000 subscribers he gets, he also buys a bracelet from 4Ocean, and they pull a pound of trash out of the ocean. So the more money he has, the more of these challenges he buys from the Conqueror, and the more trees he plants for you. So if you comment, you like and subscribe, he can buy more bracelets, pull more trash out of the ocean, and plant more trees. Isn't that awesome? Shouldn't you be doing that then? Be smart. Click that like button, or I'll eat you. Might eat you anyway. You look delicious.